What's up, guys? Alrighty. So yeah, basically, I've got my game saver right now. I just use it so I can get right back to this fight. But if I make any states in the fight, I can just take a death and then restart it. So I'm gonna try and show like what to do in a lot of situations. Talk a lot about important things to note in the fight that might not seem immediately obvious, but maybe is. Yo, Dragon Feeny, thank you for 15 months in a row. And welcome back to the Polyhedrons. Can we welcome Feeny with some Dode? Yes, please. First question, is this a Kaizo 3 Bowser FAQ? I'm not going to answer that. Will Barb beat Bowser in the next week? I don't know. Depends on how much he plays it. Is Barb watching? I don't know. I made this I figured Barb raised a lot of hype for this game, and I'm pretty happy about it. So I'm hoping more people just from watching him want to pick up the game. And it looks like it's starting to regain hype again, so that's a lot of the reason I wanted to do this. A lot of people like look at the Kaizo 3 fight that Barb's doing, and like honestly, like he's doing pretty well. He's like, I don't know, 30 hours into it. He's doing pretty well. I know a lot of people see it and be like, yeah, I'm never gonna play Kaizo 3, look at the fight. But I'm here to show you that if you are daring enough or stupid enough, you can just pick up some tips and definitely save quite a few hours from knowing just a couple things off this fight. So save right there. Alright, so I'm just gonna try and just regain my feel for it right now. Oh, that was bad. Dead. So yeah, so the first thing I would say, the most important thing, so just by nature of this fight, the most important thing is survival. So I'd say that there's two important things about the fight. You can win the fight knowing two important things: survival and how to hit bomb throws. If you master those two things, then the fight becomes a ton easier. But yeah, one of the things is knowing where to throw the bomb. So like I missed there, but like knowing the arena where he can bounce off a wall and knowing where to throw the bomb, so you can, like, a bomb's not always a 50% hit, but sometimes, you know, hammers and fire are raining down on you. So I'll try and show what I'm trying to say. Did anybody ask anything yet? How long did it take me to beat this? So I played on the original version with only one power-up, and that took me 39 hours. I did have a 5th hit that I died after at 22 hours, so I can pretty safely say with 2 power-ups I would have beaten it at 22. But yeah, if you do have a question, just ping me in it. All right, save right there. Is everything spin jumpable? The hammers are not. And I mean, so one of the reasons you don't want to spin jump is because, well, two things. So one, Bowser can just immediately jump up and throw hammers, and even before he throws hammers, like, he can clip through your hitbox, and that's not a desired thing. But the other reason is you often want somewhere to land, and when you're like jumping high up in the air, often you want to land right on the bomb, so you hit it as soon as possible. And if you're spinning, you'll kill the bomb, and that's obviously not good, because then you have to wait for it to come all the way back down again. Yeah, what's up, David? I'm teaching whoever was watching Barb and wanted to run this. So that's where I'm at right now. He usually starts with 2 fire and then 2 hammer, but this one's just a bunch of fire in a row. So he's there, so that one's guaranteed to hit. So he can move in 4 directions right now. So by dropping the bomb right there, he's either gonna jump right, well, he might jump over it. So if he could jump over it right there, that's a 75% chance that he will get hit. So he's got 4 movements, which are RNG when he stops. He can roll right, he can roll left, he can jump right, and he can jump left. So right now, the bomb is in a position such that if he does any of those, he's gonna get hit. Unless he might jump over it to the right, but that's the only thing. Okay, so he got hit. But that's like one of the really key things right off the bat. So there I kind of had to play it lucky and hope he didn't go left. But it made it so if he came toward me, I'd be able to defend myself by hitting him. And you're not always going to get a hit with every bomb. I mean, sometimes you just generally keep your distance, and often wow, this is stressful. Yo, C Coden, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Polyhedrons. Enjoy your fresh badge and swag emotes. Alright, let me get to these questions. The mushrooms have influence on the boss's RNG? No, they don't. I believe the last time I checked it, which was years ago, like even movement changes it, or just things that are on screen change it. So I don't know what changes it, but it changes in such a manner that you have no control over it. I don't know, maybe with if you could control the exact frame that you hit him from the first bomb explosion, which you can't reliably do that, maybe there'd be a way, but I don't see anything being manipulable. But if anyone does discover it, then I would be happy to know. When do bombs spawn? So they spawn pretty much immediately, but they just take forever, and they're hidden behind the lava when they start. So there's always one on screen, and whenever you either kick that one off screen or it's done exploding is when the next one spawns. Any way to control the fight? You can. It's mostly situational awareness. You don't have like a predetermined pattern, if that's what you're asking. Yo, Henry, thank you for 13 months in a row. Am I ever gonna do a Kaizo 3 Deathless run? No. Definitely not. How many actually even... Yeah, the route that I even use for any percent or 100% have an intentional death, so no. How many hits does it take to beat Bowser? 5. Did I feel excited, glad, or just relieved it was over? I'd say both. I beat it at like 2 a.m. one night. I think I had like 6 viewers, and it was the most hype 6 viewer stream I've ever had. And in the clip, my roommate was behind me. I mean, this was like 2 states ago of where I lived. My roommate was behind me sleeping on the couch, and it's a pretty funny clip. So yeah, you see me like, because I knew he was sleeping, so I was like silently like, yes! That was a lot of fun. Spud, thank you for 15 months in a row, and Henry, thank you for 13. I think I said that. Thank you guys so much, and welcome back to the Polyhedrons. So yeah, something else that I learned. So Jeff W is actually in my chat for a lot of this fight the first time I was through it, and he pointed out for me at the time my biggest flaw was sometimes just based on the RNG you have to cross Bowser, and so you want to set yourself up. You want to know those 4 movements, like get really familiar with the trajectory of them. So, and that's gonna take some time. So that was just, I guessed wrong. But one of the big things is the cross, because like he's gonna come towards me. If he jumps over me, I can run under. If he rolls towards me, I can jump over. But sometimes you don't have time to react. So I'll try and pause it when it's about to happen. So, well, I'm wrecked right now because he's gonna shoot a flame, but pretend that he threw hammers and they all went out of bounds there. I would want to jump in such a manner that I were low enough that I wouldn't clip him if he were to try to jump over me. So you have to pretty much predetermine a motion that you can do to handle all 4 results, and that's like a lot of this fight. Yeah, I died, but I'll try and pause it the next time it happens. That was easy. No. But yeah, usually a lot of times he'll stop like when you're all the way in the corner. And yeah, I can just load this state. Yeah, I'll try to pause. It's a lot easier to see it than me to explain it. Oh, and that can happen too. So what happened there, if you hit him while he's jumping, so he jumps into your explosion, just the way his attack timer goes, he's gonna end up doing his next either fire or hammer higher than normal. So depending on how high he was when he jumped, if he's at the peak of the jump and he spits fire, you're just gonna want to stay under the fire, which is a pretty rare thing that happens, but it happens. If he throws hammers, so he'll end up throwing at least 4 hammers because you have 1 hit into him. Usually there will be 1 less hammer, because one of them will despawn in the ceiling with him being that high. Is this the hardest thing I've ever played? Maybe? I don't know. What's the next ROM hack I'm gonna play? That's irrelevant. So yeah, the turnaround thing is pretty important, so hold on to the bomb as long as possible, and that does give you the best chance. But sometimes it's just not possible to hold on to the bomb, or not feasible. So if you're in a really tight situation, it's not the worst thing in the world to just jump on the bomb and run away. But optimally, if you want to ensure the most hits, or the best hit percentage, then you want to hang on as long as possible. That was unfortunate. Whoops. And I played item abuse. It's not an RTA hack. No, we're not. No, please note the text on the left that says pertaining to the fight. If you miss the first few bombs, does Bowser's attack progress to the point where it's better to start over? No, because I've beaten this small and I've beaten this when I've been hit in phase 1 to the point where I've been small. So it's always worth it. It gets you more exposure to the fight. I'd say taking death is actually a really bad idea and just a waste of time. So, and it's even, I mean, you're big. A lot of your big movement involves ducking, just to shrink your hitbox or to duck under a Magic Koopa spell or hammers or fire or whatever. When you're smaller, you'll find out you don't have to worry about the duck input and just things become easier. So I'd say just always push through no matter what. Worst case scenario, it's good practice. Did someone ever survive till the timer runs out? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, you could just keep them in phase 1 and never hit them. If you really wanted to do that and make it a challenge. Because there's just not as much on screen and it'd be easier. And you're not worried about trying to get to the bomb. Oh, gosh. Yeah, if you're worrying about getting the fight done fast, like if you have splits to run against, and you need to get all 5 bomb hits and you need to get them fast, then worry about hitting the bomb as soon as possible. One more thing to note with the bomb, as long as the parachute's still on the bomb, even when it's on the ground, it'll take 2 hits to stun. Dang it, that was bad. The bomb... Oh. Oh my gosh, that was actually good. What are you saying, Troy? I don't know what you're saying. But I'm gonna try and show more of those corner situations. So right here. If I do like a low jump to the left, that's the way you want to get out of it. So that way, if he rolls right, I can jump over him. If he jumps right, I can jump under him. If he jumps left or rolls left, then I'm good. Okay. I got good RNG there. And sometimes you just gotta eat the bomb. That one I threw it to a point where he would have a good chance of being. Oh gosh. That's bad.
Wait, so you mean he only needs 5 hits? Kappa.
Done. That's it. He only needs 5 hits. Yo, let's go. So, I mean, that's a successful fight there. Is it good to alternate? Oh, that's a good question. Okay. Is it good to alternate between spin jumps and normal jumps? If so, when? All right. If you're small and there's no bomb around, I would say to spin jump pretty much always. So that way there's no chance you'll land on the bomb and kill it and have to wait longer. And your hitbox is already small. The downside when you're big, when you spin jump, you always have a full hitbox. Otherwise, you should probably just duck jump. Yeah. Oh, that was a good question. I like that one. How different is low percent movement? Not really at all. I mean, you're just small the whole time. Salty Nut 12, thank you for 5 months in a row. Really appreciate that.
B-U-T-T-T-U did that for fun.
I think I missed the question. Overdrive, okay. When you're holding the bomb, do you count it out or do it by feel? Mostly by feel. When you see the bomb flash, Bowser has one more move if he hasn't done one already. And that's pretty much like throw it where he's gonna be once it starts flashing. So it's kind of, it's to a point where you get yourself to think quickly, like, where's Bowser possibly gonna be, knowing from when he stops? So which of the 4 places can he be, and throw it to the one that has at least 2 of the options. So a lot of times it's 50-50 and you have to guess, but most situations you can actually handle it. Like if he's up against a wall, he's always going to end up, no matter which of the 4 moves he does, he's always going to end up 4 to 6 tiles away from the wall. Do the thwomps always fall at your spot? Yes. Thwomps are always targeted on your X position. Magikoopa is random, Bob-omb's random. The flames are not random, but the decision between flame and hammer is random, and I think the hammer scatter is random. Yo, Eddie Dingle, thank you for the 1,000
Love
videos.
your stream, Dode. You're insanely good at Kaizo hacks and super entertaining to watch. Dode, I love space glove, moist love.
Aw. Yo, thanks Eddie Dingle, I really appreciate that. Those are some good love emotes too. Nez Cheese, how random is the Bowser fight exactly? Are there any parts that are not RNG? Okay. So let me just say everything that is RNG, because then everything else is not RNG. So what is RNG is which of the 4 directions he goes, whether he does flame or hammer, the X position of the bomb falling from the ceiling, the X position of the Magikoopa, and the hammer scatter. Everything else is not RNG, so he's always going to have a fixed number of time between moves where he executes a function. The bomb's always going to be the same amount of time. It's actually a custom bomb. Normal bombs you can't continuously stun. This one has a fixed timer no matter if you stun it or not. Did Barb get me in the mood to play Kaizo 3 Bowser? Kinda. I'd say he built a pretty good hype around Kaizo 3 right now, and I just like to be one to contribute to helping people that watch Barb and want to play the game after watching him. How long did it take me to beat this the first time? So 39 hours and 40 minutes, I think, is the answer. But that was with 1 power-up, not 2. His movement is based on Mario's movement, right? I think the RNG might get randomized based on Mario's movement, which isn't controllable. A lot of it to do with global timer stuff. So if anyone does find a manipulation for it, I would be so happy to learn it. But what distance did you stay away from Bowser? So I'd say optimally stay on the wide side of Bowser, and I don't know. This is just general advice. It's not concrete biblical text or anything. 2/3 of the way to the corner between Bowser and the wide wall. So that's typically where I hang out. I think I missed a question. Yeah, so I think your movement just changes the RNG seed. It doesn't actually, like, he doesn't say, like, okay, if Mario's moving towards me or is going to be closer, I'm going to go this way. It's not like that. It's just, like, literally just a random function, I think. And I think there's multiple things in the fight that change RNG. I could be wrong, but I know that if you make a task, you can change your movement or change some factors that he'll do a different movement. The extra mushroom. So the original version didn't have Yellow Switch Palace, which gives you this block, which has a mushroom in it right here. Yeah, I don't know how much later it was that a Yellow Switch Palace was added, but it's there now, and it was probably there since 2012. It was probably only a few months when it was still hype when it came out. How much practice did it take between beating him for the first time and beating him consistently? To So here's how it worked out. The first time I beat the game, it took... I think of it in terms of the game, not really in terms of the fight. So the game took me 82-something hours the first time. The second time, I threw in the Switch Palace, and it took 6 hours. And then the next time after that, it took like 3.5 hours. So, I mean, once you... No, this is definitely not to throw shade at Barb. This is even to help him if he wants it. Yeah, I mean, you get more consistent the more you play it, obviously. Once you beat it, it instills a ton of confidence in you as well. Hold on, there's a lot of questions. You always go for Magic Koopa kill? No, so I typically do a normal jump off the Magic Koopa only if the Magic Koopa is closer to me than Bowser. If Bowser's on the opposite side of the Magic Koopa. So if it goes me, then Magic Koopa, then Bowser, I'll probably do a normal jump off of it in case he throws flames, and then I could just hang over it. The Magic Koopa spawns like infinitely, so if you kill him, then that's just the sooner he's gonna throw another attack. But unless it's more ideal for you to prevent an attack, you just kind of have to get used to it. Honestly, there's no concrete answer for that one. Can you get Bowser into the lava ceiling? The highest you can get him doesn't kill him, if that's what you're asking. So if you hit him with like the bottom of the explosion, he does like a double hit, which only counts as one hit. So he kind of does like 2 launches into the ceiling. The highest you can do that doesn't kill him, so there's nothing you can do like that. Yeah, the newer version was made. So this newer version was made. So Kaizo Man helped me, and we put in English text on it, and we changed his custom music because it was originally like the SMB3 Bowser music, which is really cool. But the problem was it was on a bad version of Add Music, like the editing program, and it made it crash on console. So the original version won't crash on emulator, but it'll crash on console because reasons that are above me. Let's see. Do you pay more attention to hammers or Bowser position or just everything? Just everything. Spatial awareness is obviously a huge part of it. So, yeah. Just knowing all the possibilities of things that could happen is the most important. If I could pick one most important thing, it's like, okay, here's this crappy situation where there's flames at me, he's this many tiles away from me. Even once I make it over these flames, what's going to happen next? Like being ready for that possibility of what's happening next. That's most important, I believe. Yeah, Bowser in the lava ceiling does nothing. You can actually die in the lava ceiling if you keep bouncing up the thwomp. So that's another thing. So on the thwomp phase, almost always the first thing I'll do is spin jump up the thwomp. Because no matter what, you can't do anything until the bomb falls down enough for you to stun it. So the reason I do that is just to eat time, and I have more of an advantage to get over a Bowser spell, or a Magic Koopa spell, or Bowser flames or hammers. Or if he throws hammers like more like over me, I can just shimmy under it and not hold jump there. What's the message box say? Oh my gosh, I did not mean to do that. Message box says, I won't let you beat this game, but in Japanese, in the original. Yo, Tengang with a tier 3 sub. My dude, thanks for 10 months in a row. Really appreciate that. Hold on, we got some more questions. Yo, what's up, Incarnate? Do you think the creator actually beat it without tasks or save states? Carl's theory is that the creator and his friend are one and the same, and the creator essentially created the hack to make a funny YouTube videos, and not really as a prank for his friend. It's a legitimate theory. I mean, there's no like concrete proof that says otherwise. So I can't say that it's true or not true. There's a very realistic chance. I mean, I believe that, you know, you'd want to make it for your friend, I think. I think that'd be a bigger reason. So we're getting more into subjective reasoning, so I don't know, there's no concrete answer for that. I think they're separate people, and I think he like maybe used save states when he got sick of grinding it out. I don't know, I really don't know, but I don't believe that he beat it in 1200 deaths like the comments suggested. Like the whole game in 1200 deaths. That's probably pretty absurd. So would I care to do a lava ceiling death demo? Alright, I'll use some save states to get there. Let me make sure I didn't miss any other questions. Are there any strats for Bowser that came from the tasks of Kaizo World 3? No. I mean, the task gets itself, so for phase 5, it has both power-ups, because for task timing, the time ends on your last input. So it provides the last input to stun the bomb, and then Mario lands underneath the power-up. Time's already done right then, because the last input was pressed. And then so it just lets the game play itself out to where Bowser gets hit, and then Mario gets the other mushroom, and then he gets hit again to kill the time. So that's not a legitimate strat, so you shouldn't take strats from the tasks, I would say. Where does the Bowser get the RNG seed from? That's a good question. I think I'm going to do an analysis sometime. If this does get accepted to GDQ, I'm going to better understand this fight. I don't know everything that changes it, but I'm pretty sure what side you are of Bowser, maybe even the Bob-omb changes. There might be something in the first room, like before the checkpoint, that changes it. So I don't think you're going to start off with the same RNG every time like you could with other SMW levels. I submitted Kaizo 3 100%. Is the last hit completely luck-based? It is not luck. It is not completely luck-based, but luck is a huge influence on it. Well, you can control the thwomp landing on you in a corner, so ideally you probably want to stay away from the corner. Like if Bowser's in the middle, throwing hammers towards you, you probably want to do whatever you can to get out in the open if the thwomp's about to drop. So, like I said, a lot of it's situational. That's not something I would have thought to share if it wasn't brought up, so thanks for bringing that up. But yeah. It's basically, you never just randomly die, but you can be put in a lot of hard situations due to randomness, so. Question about the rest of the hack. Have I ever played Heaven legit? I have not actually, but I do want to. There's not a good reason for it, because I don't see it being made consistent the legitimate way. But I've actually wanted to play it for a while now, but I'll probably do it sometime on stream. I just want to kill time for a night. But it is pretty hard, seeing as how ridiculous the cheeses were. Especially the P-switch one. Let's see. If it's RNG, it's just a variable that is changing constantly, isn't it? So Dots has on his retro mechanics or retro game mechanics explained series, he does explain SMW RNG, and I would recommend watching that. So if anyone does have a link to that, I'll permit you to post that. Am I being nuts? No. How many hours did I put into speedrunning Kaizo 3? Alright, well I can pull up my splits real quick. Oh, here you go. 23 completed runs, and this is against my splits, not like at GDQs or not against the marathon runs or whatever. So like when I do the pentathlon, this is included. So, and 117 attempts, and a lot of the resets are in the first 3 levels. So if you put like an hour and a half per completion plus probably 20 minutes for everyone after that. I don't know what that number comes out to, but then that, and then add about 100 hours to it. And that's a pretty good estimate. So just off the top of my head, I would probably say 500 or 600 hours total. Which really, nah, not even that much actually. Definitely not even that much. Probably like 200. Well, okay, the first playthrough was 82 hours, so probably like 300 something. I don't know. It's hard for me to gauge the number of hours I put into something. All right, so this is any percent, and there's 20 more completions there. Although I did merge the other splits from this one, so that's probably not accurate. I don't know. Okay. Why does this fight exist? There are sadistic people in the world. So that's pretty much it. Yo, thanks, Peach. Yeah, definitely watch the video that Peach just posted, and that further explains RNG. This fight does use a lot of ASM, so like custom sprite editing. So I'll repost that here. So there could be additional factors that I'm not aware of that affect it. The first time took me 39.5 hours with one power up. If I could make the fight a little bit easier, what would I change? The amount of time it takes Bowser to execute a movement. So he does movement, attack, movement, attack, movement, attack, movement, attack. And if there was just more time between each movement and each attack, that would significantly make this fight easier. But it's just constant. You can have like 12 hammers on screen at once or something stupid like that. like if he just goes hammer, hammer, hammer once he's past phase 3, then it's ridiculous. When will Barb really lose his mind doing this? He'll beat it. At my peak of playing this, what percent do I think I was to Bowser any given attempt? Well, 22 of the 39 hours into it, I did get a 5th hit on him and died to a stray flame. So, I mean, I knew it was like any moment then, but then it was 17 more hours and I was not a fan. Why are there no other hacks with custom boss fights like this? Good question. I kind of wish there were more. There's also a lot of predetermined fights, and there's no mechanics that make this, or there's no tools that make this really easy to edit. Like, this is a lot of custom work for this fight. Like, the bomb's custom, the magic goop was custom, Bowser himself is custom, the attacks and the hammers are custom, and the flames and the thwomp is custom. Yeah, it's a lot of work, so I understand it. Yeah, if you dig deep in my videos, it is still on Twitch, so it won't be in past broadcasts, but it will be in highlights, and it's from December 2015 to help you find it quicker. Has there been a Kaizo 2 run in GDQ? No, Drams had it rejected and Calco's had it rejected. And I don't run it as much as 1 and 3, so... yeah, I'm kind of disappointed it hasn't been in, but... And this has been rejected at least twice, I think 3 times even. Yeah, go for it, Eddie. I'll permit you. Yo, TV Riston, thank you for the 100 biddies.
Hi.
Yeah, that video that Eddie Dingle posted. Yeah, I don't even... Yeah, no, this is 2015 streaming there. That's... You can see the differences. It's fine. I think I missed another one. Is this the hardest boss in all the Kaizo? Definitely. Kaizo 1's just Invisible Bowser, and there's a fixed pattern for it, and it's really easy. Kaizo 2 is a Reznor, which isn't hard, there's just a lot of waiting. Oh yeah, World Peace bosses are actually amazing. So thanks for that, Zaidsaw. Yeah, what is it? Is it Cool or Cool Tubular? That's one of my favorite tassels to watch, because it's like RTA viable, but like, you know, a 20-minute level. So you could beat it in real time with save states. I would not expect anyone to ever beat that hack without save states, because that's ridiculous. Like, that's a Kaizo hard hack, which is essentially not RTA viable. Oh yeah, sorry, I was not PG in that video. Why is water level music playing in that video? Well, actually, I think it was Ghost House, but yeah, that was before we had this final hack patch, so in order to prevent the console crash, we had to make a separate hack, and Kaizo Man's initial implementation was just a random music generator. So every time you enter a level or sub-level, a different theme plays, and that's kind of funny. So that's how we mitigated that crash happening. Which boss do I think Takamoto applied all the ASM in order to achieve this boss? I don't know what that's asking. But there's editing tool. I've never made a hack, so I can't say a lot about editing tools. I've only tinkered around with Lunar Magic a lot, and doing just a little bit of work and a little bit of hex editing to be able to, you know, edit lives, or if I wanted a timer or something or whatever. Any of that, like, I'd be able to do little basic things, but not to this extent. I couldn't do this kind of editing yet. If the owner did this box to get back at Barb's Bowser on Grand Poo World, no, this was made in January of 2012. Kaizo Man did not make this. Kaizo Man is not Takamoto. Takamoto made this. Kaizo Man named himself after, like, the Kaizo series. J Murda 85, thank you for the 5-month Twitch Prime sub. Really do appreciate that. There was another good question somewhere. How many deaths did I get? I don't know. There's no death counter. We actually did try to add a death counter on this hack, but it screwed up with sprites in the mole and shell level. So like the Spinies have a special sprite to interact with the munchers where they go through them. So adding a death counter changed that. And I don't think it's possible to do that without expanding the memory. So we don't have a death counter for Kaizo 3 for that reason. Who was the first to beat Kaizo 3? Allegedly Kiba, if not Jeff W. And I'm pretty sure that was before Kaizo Man, so Kaizo Man would have been third. And then me. What time completion do I think Barb will do? I think we'll get it next stream, honestly. Do I think there's always a play to be made? One play in advance, I always think there's a play to be made. If you make the wrong play in advance, you could be 100% screwed. But there's always a right move, one move before you die. So that's how I would approach it. If you get yourself in that screwed situation, I think it was avoidable. But it still sucks. So, alright, I'll tinker around more with the fight. Where can you get the hacks with updates? I'm trying to get it on SMW Central. So, I don't think I have this version in my Discord yet. But if you hop in my Discord, I can probably get you the ROM. If someone reminds me, I'll add the ROM after stream. How long did I practice Kaizo 3 Bowser before feeling consistent to do a full run? I didn't practice at all. I went right after my beating it. I did another run. Well, not like right after, but a couple days later, probably. Best way to handle Barb's least favorite pattern: fireball, roar forward, jump, and hammers. Depending on how far away Bowser is. You gotta cross Bowser. If that happens such that it's not in a corner. I don't think anyone's given up on this fight. I think everyone so far who's made it to the fight has ended up beating it. Because Grim just beat it like 2 weeks ago, I think. Barb and Truman are on it right now, and they haven't been on it for more than however long Barb's been on it. And Truman just started. I think he's still streaming right now. Why am I such a Jedi of Mario games? Only SMW and not even all the hacks. There's a lot of good hack players out there too. I'm not the only one. Velhart just started it, yes. So Pooh said there's 6 confirmed people to have beaten it, 5 with video evidence, 7 if you also count Kiba. Barb would be 8, Truman would be 9, and Carl, Panga, or Velhart could all be 10. So, how many times can you miss with a bomb before it's impossible? So impossible could only mean that the time runs out. So if you want to time how long it takes from hitting the bomb at the highest point to when it explodes and spawns again, and then multiply that timer down to 0, that's how many bombs you can miss. Except you need 4 more as well.
I don't want to be 10 lol.
Arisen Dead, thank you for 2 months in a row. Welcome back to the Polyhedrons. Is Pang actually going back and playing it? I don't know, but he's beaten the Dolphin level. And with the cheese that Ordy found, you can get to the fight pretty much for free from there. So, sorry, I got like really cold today and I'm just feeling like crap. It was 60 and beautiful yesterday, and today it snowed, so... How many bombs do I miss in an average fight? Average completed fight or average total fight? If I do beat Bowser, I'll probably have missed 1 bomb. Some of the fights I've missed 0 bombs. So, I mean, if you miss a bomb, that's just the less likely you'll have to advance. Because you just have to survive that much longer. Yeah, what's up, Awakened? This is not Afterbirth. Maybe someday. Hold on, let me reread that. Lone Wanderer. Oh my god. Yeah, no, there's no amount of stuff that accumulates on stream that makes it impossible. You can mess with a bomb as much as you want. It's an endless supply. The bomb just spawns as soon as the last one despawns. In my best time, did I beat Bowser first or second try? Am I any percent completion, which is 47 something? I got him like, I want to say like 8th try. And my 100% run got it first try. And my first sub 1 also got it first try. So. Within 10, and it's definitely a good enough run to sub hour. Oh, that was bad. I should have ducked there. I think I could have made that if I ducked. So right there, like I threw it where he could only be based on all 4 movements, so that was a guaranteed hit. Oh, come on. Snow in March is stupid. Yeah, I agree. Hopefully it'll be warmer the rest of the week. Especially with this time change, I'll be able to hike after work, so that'll be nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw out some attempts. On the fight, ping me if you have a question. I'm open to answer anything about the fight. I'll try and talk through certain situations, what I'm doing. Yeah, jumping over him when he stopped is also a risky move. Because he can just throw a hammer and get you. So see how I jumped there when I moved back to the right? Even though he jumped over me, I jumped such that if he rolled under me, I would have been over him, but if he jumped over me, I would have been under him. So, like I said, it's always being prepared for the situation, like one move in advance. I think that would have always hit him, because if he even would have went left, he would have ricocheted off the wall. That's bad. Yeah. So right there, I got lucky. Because if he moved toward me, I would have known to jump over him. But he moved away from me, so he got hit. So it's just being prepared. Throwing the bomb at least where he can be. Oh, 2 hitboxes. Well. Is this for Barb? This is for people who have been watching Barb and don't know how to approach the fight. But also for Barb if he has any questions. Can you spin on Bowser when he's inside a shell? You can spin on him always as long as you don't get hit by a hammer or anything else on screen. But the only problem is if you do spin on him and he jumps straight up, or even diagonally maybe, he can clip through your hitbox if you've just bounced on him. And because he moves up pretty fast and it's fast enough to clip up such that you'll take damage. How much harder does it make it on you by missing? Yeah, it makes it a lot harder than you, or on you, because in addition to having to wait for the bomb again, you don't get that extra kind of like pause when he's moving up to move to a more ideal position on screen. So, because when you do hit him, you can almost always move to the wide side of the screen. And it makes that a lot easier. What was different about Umida and the original version? So there was a lava pit after the goal, and no secret exit, so it didn't actually like unlock the maze. So the intended route is the same, but you can actually break it just by scrolling left. So you didn't actually have to beat the puzzle. But in this version, you actually have to beat the puzzle legitimately in Umida Under Mall. Is there any lag on the explosion hitbox? If there is any, it's not enough to affect your gameplay. So you can't control it. You have to have 5 explosions regardless. It's possible that, and it's not even worth knowing it, but it's possible, I think, that maybe spin jumping while there's an explosion might increase the likelihood of lag. So, I know spin jumps typically cause more lag if there's too much on screen only, not just normally. Like right now, this isn't causing lag. Does jumping on Bowser change the frequency with which he throws hammers? No. Jumping on Bowser does absolutely nothing, except you just bounce on him. You hadn't thought of moving to the wide side. Isn't it worse to be in the corner because he can possibly corner bully then? Yes, exactly. So a lot of it is jumping to cross him when he gets you in a corner. And if he's raining hammers on you while that happens, then that's kind of a garbage situation. So that's why you typically want to stay on the wide side. So, like I said, it's pretty much always one move ahead of time. Could have been something different to avoid getting killed. Do I think there will ever be a Kaizo 4? I don't think so. Because I haven't heard anything of Takamoto since 2012. Another reason behind the lag on the Reznor fight in the boss rush. Layer 2 helps significantly for lag, but when they throw when you hit one, there's like a sprite floating in the air, and that helps with lag or cause lag. And their fireballs are also extended sprites that have to process, and that causes lag. And if you spin jump, it even causes more lag. So, am I going to play it all? Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit. What else was there? Does anyone know what Takamoto does now? I'm sure some people know, but I don't. Did I resubmit this for SGDQ? I did. Alright, so I'll keep playing. Yeah, sometimes the bomb can turn around. I'm not sure exactly what dictates that. It might be your direction relative to the bomb, that it always goes towards you after a certain number of frames, but it's not very many frames, or it's a lot of frames, rather. Oh, I thought that would stop it. How many times have I beaten him today? I think just one. Probably like 1 for 10 right now. My estimate for GDQ is an hour 20. And I haven't played this game. I played this game twice in the last couple months. Oh gosh. I bet lava's actually in the ceiling, probably. So it doesn't look bad when the bomb spawns. Because it's like right there, so there's probably just like an instantaneous spawn. Or it's to prevent cheese from bouncing off the thwomp, I don't know which. Or just for the look. Oops. Yeah, if you have any questions, ping me. There's a lot of situations that you can be in this fight. So right there, he's always going to hit. All 4 of his moves would have put him right there. I meant to duck jump, but I missed the duck button. So right there, I think, was a guaranteed hit. So right there, so when you saw it, I like floated after I landed on the bomb because I saw I was about to shoot fire. And if I fell too quickly, I would have fallen on the fire. So right there, like, I held B so I could suspend myself in the air a little bit longer. How long did it take for me to consider myself good at this? I don't. I'm still not good at it. Oops. That was bad. Is there a point when I take the death and just start over? The only time I would do that now is if I get hit like right off the bat and then maybe miss the mushroom or something like that. I really don't start over a whole lot because I know I'm capable of beating it small. that was bad. Right there, guaranteed hit. Guaranteed hit. Nope. Okay, he jumped over it. Oh. Sometimes you don't read it right. If he goes left, it should hit, but he didn't, so it, yeah. That should hit. So yeah, it kind of sucks like when he's hogging up the right side of the screen and the bomb's on the right side of the screen. That's honestly like one of the worst parts about the RNG. Using that initial bounce of the bomb to jump over the flame is a pretty common technique that you'll end up using. I've seen Barb use it, so it's probably something you can adapt to. Oh, jeez. Around, dang it. That should be a hit. Got him. All right, let me see. Okay, I missed a couple questions. So instead of going all the way left or right, is it more beneficial to stay near him instead so he doesn't get you in the corner, or does your position not affect his RNG? So I say you don't go all the way left because you want to keep your space from the corner so that you can, you know, if he throws a hammer right at you, you can like go left and go around it. But if you just stay still, then he can just jump and throw more hammers at you and pin you further back in the corner. If that makes sense. Your position doesn't affect what he does, but if he does that and you're in the corner, then you're just stuck in the corner and you have less wiggle room to go left or right or around or whatever. So it's just giving yourself space. What fight do you think I'm better at, this one or Grand Poo or Bowser? Well, Grand Poo or Bowser, there's a set pattern that you can do everything. So as far as me compared to the fight, I'd be better at Grand Poo or Bowser, but me compared to like everyone else, I'm probably better at this Bowser. What do I think Barb's weaknesses are? I don't know, he's learning still. I think he should stop giving up as early as he does into the fight. It would give him a lot more exposure. A lot sooner. Are the axes on a global timer? I think they're RNG. It's an unpredictable scatter, no matter how you look at it. What determines if the bomb comes back towards you or just walks off screen? I think there's a... I don't know how many frames it is. I really don't know. But I think it's your position relative to the bomb, and then it checks like every 5 seconds or something on a global timer, or something crazy like that. I really don't know. But it's not predictable, and it's just if a matter of if you get lucky and he turns around and you can stun him again. It's not anything that you can rely on. Any chance of doing a run, or I'm just doing Bowser and answering questions tonight is all. I'll definitely be doing a lot of runs if this gets accepted. So, alright. No, you're fine, Lone Wanderer. It's not a straightforward fight, so... yeah, I don't expect any question to be super crystal clear cut. Yeah, the game saver keeps the music. I don't think I missed anything else. Alright, let's just do more. I think Barb will quit all Mario after beating Bowser. Nah, I'll keep playing. Yeah, I tried to throw it. I think he had a 3 out of 4 chance of hitting that one. Ugh. Oh, get over that. Should have done a spin jump. No, come on. Not a problem, Mazarin. I'm just hoping that like anyone who's thinking about running this sees that it is a realistic, feasible fight to just beat, even if you don't speedrun it. But I don't think this fight's anything that should deter you from playing this hack, is my point. I think if anything does deter you from playing this hack, it'd be the dolphin level. Go left. Good hit. Sometimes you can predict it 2 moves in advance. So there's usually like a 50-50 move that he does, and then the next move will be a guaranteed hit. So you only need to do that if you get in a crappy situation like that. Yeah, this is bad. When will people that submitted runs find out whether their run got accepted or not? I think April 4th is the date. What's deterring you is Nabana no Sato. It's really not that bad, and it's really satisfying to beat. So, my first playthrough, I thought the hardest levels were Nabana no Sato and Skytree. I believe that I thought Skytree was like super TAS only. But it's actually not that bad. Because that was before, like, Mario Maker came out, so levels weren't as ridiculous. I'm not going to do a run tonight. Dang it. Well, this is the worst. So, like that, I would just die right there. If that happened in a run, I would take a death there. That's pretty much the only case. Is the dolphin level a speedrun killer or this fight? Both are. Yeah. Yeah. Both are definitely run killers. The last 2 runs that I had, I one-shot the dolphin level, so that was pretty cool, but... anything in this game, honestly, can be a run killer. Even the easier levels. I've had the water level kill run. I've probably lost a run to every level before. Except the maze. That's just a matter of if you've been practiced on it lately, you can't mess it up. Nope. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Skytree doesn't look too bad once you've seen a million Kaizo hacks, but you know, when this is the third Kaizo hack, and the hardest level you've seen before that was Ultra Star Return, then it's definitely intimidating. So, I mean, to today's Kaizo day and age, Skytree's not a bad level at all, but especially because there's a manipulation for the brown platform spawn that was just ruining my life. If he goes left, it's a hit. Oh, wow, okay. And just went off too early. Yeah, that was bad. Nope. A lot of the hard part on your first time through this is, oh my gosh, is not going into panic mode when you get to phase 4 and 5. There's always just the I better not choke, like I'm on this on a good run or whatever kind of feeling, but just the more exposure you get to it, the less that becomes a factor. So if you just stay calm and control yourself, it helps definitely. Doesn't guarantee anything, but it helps. You guys right, it's a hit. Yep. Bad. Oh, that was close. Yo, Paul Cole. Thank you for 14 months in a row. Really appreciate that.
Mode and I am just watching.
Oh, what else did I miss? I think there was just Kaizo 1, 2, and 3. I'm sure there's been plenty of hacks, even some that were difficult in that time, but at least the Kaizo style, I can't think of any between 2007 and 2012. Have I ever beaten this? Yeah, at least. This fight, at least, between 50 and 100 times, I would say. Should be a hit. So yeah, knowing the backboard of the arena is important for placing your bomb throws. Oh, I tried to nudge it. It wouldn't have helped anyway. Should be a hit. Nice. Alright, so right here, I would just do that. If you have damage when the bomb's, or a mushroom when the bomb's about to go off, Just do what it takes to throw it at where he's gonna be and mind the Magic Koopa and spell. Because if your bomb collides with those while you're holding it, then you'll lose the bomb. But yeah. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a death here. So when you're grinding out attempts of this, you're gonna be re-entering the fight a lot, and I still do, even after I've beaten it a bunch. So I'm just gonna show you the optimal way to re-enter the fight. And this is kind of silly that I'm doing this, but I'm doing it, so we're dealing with it. So as soon as the timer hits 997, spin jump, and you'll land right in the pipe at before the lava can get you. Oh wait, no, that was even late. Yeah. So run straight to this guy. It's possible to get 994, but that's the optimal way to enter. Oh. Okay, I got lucky there. I thought it was gonna be too early. Got lucky there too. Oh. Should be a hit. Ugh, heck. Should have done a normal jump there. Okay, let's see. What else did I miss? When will Pooh play this? I think Pooh said when 10 people beat this, and we're at 7. Soon to be 9. And soon after to be 10. How does it feel to be a literal god? I wish I knew. Hard to believe it's been almost a year. Yo, Lizzie, thank you for 11 months in a row. I really appreciate that.
Hard to believe it's almost been a year.
Ryu could do this first try. He could. Truman's on the fight right now. I think like right now. 8, 7. Maybe a little before 97. That's what I use. Yo, Beardy Dave 5, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Polyhedrons. Enjoy your fresh badge and swag emotes. So close.
You are freaking impressive, man.
Nah, that's not it. Thank you for the bits. We'll address those momentarily. Oh. Yo, Hogan's Midget, thank you for 500 biddies. Really appreciate that. Oh wait, I don't think I have a good save state right now. Not that you should ever be using a save state, but I'm just trying to show the fight. Yeah, Valhart just started. I would love to see 3 Cats beat this. I think that pop-off would be probably the best thing Twitch has ever seen. Oh. So I'm pausing it so I can hit select, and while I unpause it, the mushroom won't drop because I need to hit select to make a save state. State save. Oh man, that was a stream that happened. Ah! No! Oh man, if he flamed, I would have made it. Go left. Nope, that's fine. If he went left, I could have thrown it at him for sure. If he went right, just made it tighter to jump around. Ah, I tried. Well, this is fine. How do I feel about people doing this fight without playing the rest of Kaizo 3? Go for it. Hey, it's a fun fight. I really think this is the most fun, honest boss fight maybe in existence of any game. But it's a boss fight that no matter how much I practice it, it's satisfying every time to beat. And no other boss fight gives me that satisfaction. Dang it. Got him. How long until 50% win rate? 6 years. If I, you know, quit my job, stream full time, and signed a contract that said I could only play this boss fight the whole time. So all of those would have to happen. 3388. Double double. Yeah, this is, I'm hoping to answer anybody's questions in addition to practicing for myself. But really happy, really thankful people are starting to pick up this game, because for a lot of time people tell me, like, you know, this is so impossible, how do you do this? And I'm just like trying to be transparent, like, this is how I do this. And I'm hoping people see it's a lot more possible than it looks. Oof. Nope. No, I had it. Oh man. Is Truman taking notes? He can watch the VOD. That was funny. Oh, get out of here. Yeah, don't get hit by the bomb. That's something I do a lot. Well. Is there ever a point where it's impossible to avoid his attacks according to RNG? I don't believe so. So I believe like right there I got myself into a situation where that happened. But I think if I had made a better move, the move before that, I could have avoided it. So. Yeah, what's good, JP? Oh yeah, I have a save state. Oh well. Alright. Just like that warp. Threw it where he was and not where he could have been. Get over that. This is like a what not to do fight. That should be a hit. What? Dude, he's got AI sometimes. He's got selective AI. I go left. Sometimes you drop inputs and that happens. How was that only the third hit? I've been on this fight for like 100 seconds. Yeah. How many times have I beaten Bowser tonight? I think 4, maybe 5. Had to jump higher. Should be a hit. Ow! Threw it too far. Come on. No, in the face. Have I beaten him first try in a speedrun? Twice. My first sub 1 hour and my current 100% record. Actually, I think I've done it in a pentathlon once or twice before. And I did it second try in a speed gaming marathon. Hey, Inferno. Trying to get into Kaizo Mario, but not sure what the best controller to get is. Play on a Super Nintendo with a real controller and a flash cart for the game. That's your best bet, honestly. Is the spawn the same every time you enter the fight? So there will be the same result that happens every single time, if you enter on the same frame. So from that point, like if I did nothing, the same thing would happen. But I think there's only one of two things that could happen based on odd or even frame of entering the door. But there might be something that affects RNG seed. So from when you enter, maybe there's like two patterns, but after that it's a crapshoot. How many tries on Fight Stick? I think I've only done it once on Fight Stick. How do I keep choosing to practice speedrunning this game? I mean, I have fun. That's the whole point. So this is one of the most fun games to play, I really think. So play it. Oh my gosh. So I think one of the patterns, he always starts flame, hammer, hammer. So we'll see if that holds true here. Flame. Flame, flame, hammer, hammer, flame. And if I just like wait some frames. Flame. Flame. Hammer. Hammer. Flame. So I ended on the same odd or even frame, I think. So if I just hold up. Flame. Flame. Hammer. Right? Hammer. Flame. But this is based on when I entered the pipe before that. So like I have a safe state right now. What if I like move when I enter? What if I change myself relative to him? Does that change RNG? Right, so he goes flame. Yeah, he didn't. Alright, he didn't go flame after the. Alright, let's do that again. If I hold left here. Yo, President Buck, holy crap, thank you for 2,400 bits, my dude. Yeah, and then he went flame right there, so I moved. So, if I change my side on him, then that changes the RNG. And depending on exactly when that happens, affects the pattern, essentially, and where he's gonna be. And I have to cross him to get the first bomb. So there's no consistent way to manipulate that. Like it's already different. So if somebody does find a magic, here's what you do pattern, let me know. No. I blew it. Soiled it. It can't be the fastest way. Well, it doesn't matter. If a pattern's found and you get this fight first try every time, you bet your bottom dollar on taking it. So as far as being faster, if you die once, then rip. Mike Lib, what's up, dude? Oh gosh. Hold on. Let's see if anyone else. You would use a GameCube controller for this fight. Okay. Even though only 12 inputs are recognized, regardless of the controller. Nice. No! Oh. Got him. Okay. More practice, I guess. Well, let's do a low percent fight, because why not? Ooh. No. Oh, come on! That was such a good attempt at a low percent. If I could ask you guys one thing. Next time Barb or Truman or whoever is streaming this fight, and they haven't beaten it yet, please don't say, like, wow, Dode makes this look easy, or wow, like, whatever. Like, it's very, very stressful with a lot to learn your first time. Don't say, like, Dode would have beaten this, like, you know, 5 minutes ago, or whatever. Just out of respect for them. Well, that went well. Oh my gosh. I am a mod in their chats and I will ban your butts. So there, even though the bomb was on the ground, the parachute was still visible. So it still took 2 hits to stun him. Oh, I did not mean to throw it up. And so something else, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Phase 3 is actually like a little bit, might be a little bit easier, because when Bowser throws hammers, his movement, he doesn't start his next movement until he's done throwing the 5 hammers. So in phase 1, he's moving around a lot more, because as soon as he's got these 3 hammers out, zip, he's gone. So see, he's got to throw all 5 hammers before he can make a move. So that's like, it's another reason not to give up on the fight once you're on at this point. So even if you're small and you make it to phase 3, like, you can pretty easily get to phase 4. Yeah, it took me 39 and 40 minutes, 39 and a half hours, somewhere in there. I also did rebeat the first half of the level every time I restarted a session, because I played on console. But I mean, it got easier and easier, and I really liked the first half. So really, it's probably 37, but... like, I have no reason to say whether it was more or less. I just want to be as accurate as possible with what I'm saying. Ah. Yeah, nobody knows if Takamoto beat this. There's no footage. There's footage of Kiba, but there's like, you know, it's edited video. So you don't know if he used save states or whatnot. And we don't know, there could be a ton of other people that just don't have video and have beaten this game in their free time. And don't know anything about like a streaming community. Oh gosh. I just ruined it. I completely ruined all of what I had there. No, get down. Yo, what's good, Panga? Kaizo Man is my dad too. Even though I'm like 4 years older than him, he's my dad. Oh my gosh, please. Oh, I disagree. That's good to know. If he throws at level, you can't run with it under. I guess I never actually knew that. Oof. What makes the bomb turn randomly? I think the bomb checks... I don't know if it's your position or Bowser's position. every so many seconds on a either global or level timer, but it's not something you can control reliably, so it's not really worth knowing, but sometimes it can turn, and it's just important to know that you can sometimes save it, even if it looks like it's gonna walk off. Yeah, this guy takes 5 hits and adds something to the fight every hit. How long do I think it'll take Barb to beat? I think he was capable of doing it 2 streams ago, so I mean he's definitely been capable of it. I've seen him improve vastly from when he started, so if I had to bet, I would say he'd probably beat it next stream. So it gets more frustrating when you lose any run in the last phase. Is there anything Barb can do to increase his chance of beating it based on what I've seen of his attempts? Don't give up. He gives up. I've seen him give up when in phase 3. Like, just keep going. Like, sometimes he'll lose his first mushroom and then just take a death there. I think once you're out of the first phase, if you have at least 1 mushroom, just keep going. Even if you're not confident with yourself, like, it's a full attempt. It gets you the practice. It gets you used to not giving up and just holding down and keep going. So, I think he's right there though. It won't be too long. Once you get the monkey off your back, it doesn't take long the second time. Ugh. Man. Throw it left, dang it. Oof. Thank you. That was good timing. Oh my gosh, please. Good game. Good game. Wow. Yeah, that'd be a sick partner anniversary to beat it then. But I know what he's feeling like right now. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, when you're deep in a level like this and have a bunch of just close failed attempts, it legitimately costs sleep at night. So, it's just a funk that Barb knows he'll feel a lot better as soon as he beats it. Oh my gosh, I should have duck jumped. Oh my gosh, please. Yeah, Bowser just move, attack, move one of 4 directions, attack one of 2 things. Move one of 4 directions, attack one of 2 things. That's all Bowser does. Attack, move, attack, move, attack, move, attack, move, attack, move, attack. Like, that's the pace that you like kind of need to be thinking at. And then that stun is like such a big window comparatively, so you can really reset yourself when you do get a hit. Oh, he turned around. Nice. Please. So that top hammer got lost in the lava. Trapped in the closet. Please. So yeah, like when I was taking iframes there, one of the important things in the last phase, since I know I have some invincibility to take, I need to prioritize. Need to prioritize the bomb not colliding with the spell or the Magic Koopa. Because that's how you... If you enter phase 5 with a mushroom and a backup power-up, the only way you can lose it is by missing a bomb hit or the bomb colliding with the Magic Koopa spell. It's pretty much guaranteed as long as you're able to ride up the thwomp at least a little bit to kill some time. Yeah. So when you have four hits on Bowser, that is phase 5. So 0 hits is phase 1 is how I look at it. Your bit badge is one of the crypto logos. Original console, like, if you play on original console, you don't have any issues of worrying about what could be better. You never have to worry about if something later gets banned because they find out the version wasn't correct or any lag or anything like that. If you play on console, you'll never have an issue. Yeah, console CRT, even with Composite, that's like plenty good. I would rather play console with RF, like Pooh does, than play anything other than original console. Yeah, sometimes you can place the bomb strategically, like if he's about to shoot flames, such that, like, if he comes at you, he'll get hit, but if he goes away from you and shoots flames, then you block the flames. So sometimes there's situations where that can happen. Why would you play on RF instead of Composite? If you're using the console itself as a splitter, you could have both signals outputting at the same time. Or if you're on a really old CRT that only has RF. Like when I was a kid growing up, our CRT didn't have Composite, it only had RF. And we'd have to switch like a channel. You have to put it in RF, put it on the right TV channel, and then flip a switch in the back to change it from the cable that we had to the RF signal. Oh my gosh, please. Go away. That would have been cool. Yeah, it was channel 3. I don't remember. I think it was channel 3. And then our TV didn't have a remote, and the channel, like, it didn't recognize the channel unless it was a cable channel or something. So, oh, this is such a memory. You guys are bringing me back. We had to, like, manually hold in one of the buttons on the TV so it would scan through all the channels, and then, like, push the volume button when it stopped on channel 3 so that it would stop. I remember that. Those were fun times. Nice. Go right. No. Woohoo. That was toasty. Yeah. Yeah. I've used a dial TV before. My grandparents' house had one. That'd been sick. Oof. Oh my gosh, this fight is endless fun. I'm not even kidding. Go right. Attaboy, and then he boyed me. Yeah, I don't really have a desire to get a SNES Classic. If I did get anything other than an original console, I would get the Super NT, but even at that, I really like the setup that I have. The only thing I might change, I might get a new capture card, because Apex HD cap is just an okay HD card. That and I flickered a couple times, so I don't know if that was the card or something else. Dang it. That's not a hit. Oh, wow. Okay, it was. Pleasant surprise. Yeah, I wouldn't do speedruns on the Super NT, but like just to have, and if I wanted to play on... Actually, if I wanted to play on an HD monitor, I would just hook it up through the OSSC. But for convenience sake, if I wanted to play on HD, I would get the Super NT. Let's do low percent, because why not? I guess that's not really low percent. Let's do an actual low percent fight. I'm gonna take damage on purpose. Oh gosh. But yeah, does anyone have any fight-related questions? If not, I'll open it up to any more Kaizo 3 in general questions. What's my fave N64 game? Well, where was it? And would I ever run it? So the game that actually got me into speedrunning was SM64. Just like, you know, the 16 star skips. I don't think it's a great speedrun, but it is a nostalgia game for me, and it was something that piqued my interest. How much fun is it to watch Barb try this? It's fun to watch anybody try this, honestly. I watched Graham play this for a bit. I watched GlitchCat, LinkDead, and even just recently Truman. But yeah. Do I think someone's ability to beat Kaizo 3 Bowser has any bearing on their ability to beat the rest of Kaizo 3? I know exactly why you're asking this. Yes, if you can beat this game, it's a different kind of yes. So it's not like, it's not what you learn in this fight will be like essential tools to learn for the rest of this game, but the skills that you pick up, such as, you know, being able to adapt to things on the fly, is definitely important. So I would say if you can drop the time it takes to complete this fight, then you could definitely complete the game. How is your question? Nice. Who needs Midway when you have save state save? Indeed. Did I beat him already? Yeah, I've beaten him, what, 6 times tonight? Did Takamoto ever beat this? Who knows? Is SMW a nostalgia game for you? Yeah. I still play it regularly, so. I don't know, I think hacks are cool because it's like a renewed nostalgia, but it's a new game at the same time. So like, playing hacks blind is definitely something I like for that reason. And that's something else. Just out of curiosity, what new capture card would I be looking at? I'm gonna, if I do go capture card shopping, I'm gonna take a bunch of recommendations. But I do have 2 that I like as of right now. One of them is the data path something. I would ask the people that have that one. And then there's Magewell, makes a couple of them. So one of those 2 is what I think I'd be looking at, but I don't know yet. Yeah, I've played Return to Dinosaur Land. I mean, it's pretty fun to just kill some time. When is Dode theory of this game? Probably not. But yeah. So the next couple things I plan on streaming next couple weeks, I do want to make a Link to the Past NMG task. And after that, I really need to do, unless the GDQ list is posted and this is accepted, I would do this like nonstop. But yeah, what's up, Nexus? But the other thing after Link to the Past, since the tournament is coming up, I do want to do SMW blindfolded for quite a few weeks, like, because that is a sub incentive that I have to meet, or that was met that I have to do. So then after Kaizo 3, Link to the Past, SMW blindfolded, my plan from there on out is just an entourage of SMW hacks. So just so you guys know, that's what my plan is at this time. Yo, Eddie Dingle, thank you for the tier 1 sub to Jabum. Yo, Jabum, my dude, welcome to the Polyhedrons. Do I see in frames? Partially. I mean, it's, you have to know what's going to happen on a frame by frame basis. And you're not like calculating, you know, he's moving this speed at this time and whatever, but knowing how the game operates functionally from a frame by frame basis is important. If you've never opened up a game or like SMW and emulator and done a frame advance function and see what happens when you do various inputs, do it. I mean, that's one of the more important things I would say to understanding a game is what each input actually does every frame. So yeah, I've heard of Cooler Curl, and no, I'm not going to play it in real time. Unless there's like an RTA version of it, I'm not going to play that. Have I seen Just Cook's Hack in Progress? I haven't seen it, but I've talked to him about it, and he seems pretty excited about it, so I'm pretty excited about it. Because I like his taste in hacks, so I'll do this a couple more times. Nah. That was bad. Should have done a normal jump. Sure, let's do this. I was lucky. Oh my gosh, that was really good. Yeah, I do bomb throws as defense. I've done it before, so yeah, I would say yes. You can, I think I mentioned before, you can strategically place it. If he's a certain distance away from you, you can place it between you and him, so that if he does charge you, he gets hit, and if he goes away from you, then you have defense in case he flames. So that's a strategy that comes later in the fight. Oops. Oh, I should have just died. Here, I'll make my save state when I'm small. Echo's Dreams is RTA viable. Bloodlust is very, tricky. He's a very good designer, I think. Yo, congrats, let Yoshi die. Nope, I meant to throw it right. Something else you can do is like run and drop it into him if you don't want to kick it as far. Oh! Just got a nice little haircut with some fire. Come on. So like there I had thrown it such that if he charged me, he would have gotten hit. All right. Oh. But if he didn't charge me, then I'm just safe. So. During animation switches, is there a frame rule on Bowser where you're spinning causes damage? No. Oops. Am I a middle school math teacher? I am not. But that is actually something I thought about, because that's the age where you learn a lot of the cool math tricks that they don't really teach. least not formally. So that was something I had thought about growing up. Oh my gosh, please. Dude, get off me. Oh, come on! How random is Bowser's movement? 1 in 4 directions that he moves. So left, right, jump right. And hammer or fire is the only RNG. And then the hammer scatter. Beyond that, the only RNG is the bomb position. And the Magic Koopa position. Just surprisingly less RNG than a lot of people would think. Yo, what's up, 3Cats? What do I need to do to get you to play this? Oh my gosh, please. Sorry, I meant to say, wow, 3Cats, I'm excited for you to play this. I can't believe you decided to pick up this game. I've seen you play Legends of Mario. I did that to myself. Yeah. Oh my days, dude! Yo, BK, thank you for the sub gift to 3Cats. Welcome to the Polyhedrons, my dude. Enjoy your fresh badge and swaggin' emotes, which may or may not include some fresh Dode tips. The bomb turns around at something which is essentially random. I don't know if it's your position or Bowser's position, but it's like, it's frame rule based, and every so many seconds it checks where whatever object is relative to the bomb. So, yeah. Go right. Goes right. Oh, come on, you doofus. The only thing that wouldn't have gotten a hit was left and then left. That was a 1 in 4 miss. but it happens. Oh. No! I could have went left around it, dang. Sometimes I lose track of how many hits I have, but then just count however many hammers or whatever. But sometimes the Magic Koopa takes me by surprise. And I'm like, oh, that was 3 hits already. Dang, I guessed wrong. I guessed wrong. If that happens, guess closer to you so he gets hit if he comes at you. No. Okay. Go left. Jerk. What? What? That deserves an emote. I will not do an unsegmented low percent run. That is just... no. It's not even a super legitimate category, it's more or less a challenge, because you have to get a mushroom to beat it. So... it doesn't fit the SMW low percent requirement. Oops. See if I can beat 1 low percent run before cutting tonight. Or 1 low percent fight, rather. Not run. Maybe one day if I did a 24-hour stream, I'll include that. That would be an idea for a 24-hour stream if I desperately needed one. I don't think it's a great idea though. Oh my gosh, please, dude. That was a tough pattern, but it was doable in the move before. Yeah, that was like the smallest but doable window. Had I run under him. 5th hit adds fishing boo. Ugh. I think there comes a time where the game would just lag and or crash. It's not pure RNG, but it's not anything manipulatable. But the movement, the 1 and 4 movement is RNG, the 1 and 2 attacks is RNG, Magic Koopa is RNG, and bomb positions RNG, but that's it. Not that much. There were 3 things I was trying to land on there. I don't have my blunt sub anymore. I can't do that. Innocent baby Dode. That was tough. Yeah, lava doesn't move, but I guess if you time out. I'm alive. Go left. No, you jerk! Oh my gosh, dude, that was a low percent. Clear waiting to happen. Can you take another year off my life, please? My goodness. That was pretty nuts. Why don't I get power-ups? Because I'm just screwing around with practice right now. I think it'd be cool to get another clear without any power-ups. Oh, why? See, that's why I don't always spin jump. Oh my gosh, please. No power-up Bowser donation incentive, oh my gosh. There's a reason I didn't submit any percent. So I'm not gonna do 1 power-up Bowser, and I'm not gonna do once or redo the entire maze heaven. Need my Switch Palace. I actually could have ran under him. Could have ran under him there. Ugh. Under loop-de-loop. Nice. Banking on a left there. Doofus. Yo, what's up, 15? Yo, what's up, LinkedIn? How much RNG is in this fight? Alright, 1 in 4 Bowser movements, I need to just write it down. 1 in 4 Bowser movements, 50-50 hammer fire, the hammer scatter, the Bob-omb exposition, and the Magic Koopa exposition. There is no other RNG in the fight. I love when you can run under the fire. Oh, jerk. I'm not getting power-ups because, I mean, I've beaten it before. It's good practice. And it's a cool challenge. No, I meant to throw it left. You doofus. I need one of those inhale, either the SpongeBob inhale, boy, exhale memes, or the goose inhaling. Nice. Boy. Thwomp is not RNG. Thwomp's locked on your exposition as soon as it spawns. Get out of here. Not the Thwomp spawn, not the duration of attacks, not how long Bowser flies in the air. Those are not RNG. Not the direction he faces when he throws hammer or shoots fire. Not the bomb timer, not where the Magic Koopa shoots. None of those are RNG. I didn't mean to do a high bounce. If I could have landed sooner, I could have jumped. I'm gonna time out and ban anyone. It's being Barb toxic and Barb chat. No, but I did request, please don't say, hey, Dode can do this in however long. Because I know what it was like my first time. It's not fun hearing about what other people are capable of when you're trying something yourself. No! Oh, yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm like incredibly grateful that he's even attempting Kaizo 3, because it's something that a lot of people have said, yeah, I might do that, and then not followed up on it, but he just like immediately jumped into it. So I've got huge respect for that. Plus he's rebuilt hype into it, so I'm all about that, because I really think this game's pretty awesome. Do I have the link still copied? Oh no, that's the YouTube video. Oh. Eddie had it posted. Hold on, I might be able to dig it. That's too far back. But deep in my highlights, December 2016 is when I got it.
Expectation of kindness. You're the man.
Yo, Jelkomentis, thank you for the 100 biddies. Really appreciate that. Yeah, let me permit Eddie. But PG warning on that original video, because it's not PG. It was pre-PG. I don't pick that back up. Butt spot, dude. What a legend. I didn't know butt spot could do it to links. That's funny. The best part is it's still clickable. Jump. Yo, Tina Hacks, thank you for 15 months in a row. Really appreciate it. Hope you've been well. Congrats on partner. Keep forgetting I have a save state there. Yeah, right now I'm just doing low percent Bowser attempts for fun. So, even if I don't get it, I'm not going to be upset.
Woo, haven't been able to watch you live in a while, but glad to be here for non-stop. Kaizo 3 Bowser action.
It really does never end. Don't you dare. Oh my gosh. Yo, Central Power 7. Yeah, long time no see, dude. Thanks for 15 months in a row. I do really appreciate that. Kaizo 3 Bowser, I think, honestly, is one of the most watchable things, no matter if someone's good or bad at it. Or just learning it. Alright, I'm gonna give it 3 more attempts. Oh my gosh, alright. 3 more attempts starting now. If I threw it like 2 frames earlier, it would have been far enough left. Come on. Dang. No! Yo, Sage of Meyer, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Polyhedrons. Enjoy your fresh badge and swaggin' emotes. Lived by the sword, died by the sword. The pen is my tier. Oh my, alright, we'll do one more. That was a poop attempt. One more Magic Koopa attempt. One more. Uno mas. Un de plus. Un de plus. That's why you don't spin jump Bowser, because he can up there. The pen is my tier, indeed. Oh. Oof. Oh, you doofus. I don't stay all the way up against the wall though, but yeah, I do stay far away. You have to approach the bomb when you have a clear path. Like if there's obstructions in the way, kind of just have to wait. Oh, come on. Come on. Nice. No! Oh, that was so good. Dang. Alright. I think that's gonna do it for me tonight. If anyone has any other questions, get them out now. Otherwise, I'm gonna find a raid right now. Raid target. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it, you guys. I think later this week I will be either making a test or doing runs of Link to the Past. There's a tournament for that's coming up soon. I don't plan to make it too far, but I at least plan to win a couple. So, who is streaming things? Let us raid. This person? Alright, cool, he's still going. Alright, this is the hardest speedran SMW hack, I would say. There's lots of harder if you include other categories of Kaizo. Or other classifications. Let's raid Void. If you're subbed, give him a Dode jail. Or if you're a simple flip sub, give him a GBJ. Or if you're a Barb sub, give him a Barb Nana. Or if you're not subbed to any, give him Baby Rage. So any of those 4 emotes, just blow it up in his chat. And yeah. Distract him, because he just started a run and it's perfectly acceptable to distract him at this point. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Have a wonderful night. I'll be back this week. Gotta adjust to the time change. So, the raid thing is pseudo broken right now, but we're still raiding anyway. So, bye? Are we still streaming? Am I still streaming?